Hello and welcome to Grind Slime TV with me, your host Aaron. And today we're heading over to Mexico again because they got some damn fine music in that area, I tell you. Stomach in the water. And today we're talking about the band Haborym and their album The Sun Has Fallen. Now, this is their second album, but I don't know if this was recorded first or not because this was originally recorded in '97 and it didn't get released until I think 2013. And their first album came out, I believe, in 2004. So maybe this was meant to be their first album, became the second album. I'm not entirely sure. There's not loads of detail on it, but second album, and this is banging. I love it. Like I got this when I think it was 2020 when Werewolf Records put this out, and this is the first time it was on vinyl. The first edition that came out was only CD, and I think it was a very limited number as well. So Werewolf put out the old full-length vinyl, and just because we know how we do things around here, look, we've got this. It just looks blue here, but it is meant to be blue and black smoke. I always liked the werewolf pentagram as well. I thought that was always really cool. The other side there, but yeah, it just looks blue. But yeah, it's blue and black smoky sort of thing. It looks pretty cool, you know. But, you know me, I'm happy with my standard black vinyl. It's not not the colours I worry about. It's the tunes. Oh yes, 7 tracks on here. Each one is as good as the last, though. The Blood Is Our Wine does stand out for me. It's just a really, really cool song. Some awesome melody in it. And all the songs on here are very melodic. In a very sort of, I don't know, almost like an adventurous kind of way. You know? So, I don't know, it's like a false hope kind of feel, but it's at the same time very dark sounding as well. So, really hits nail on the head. Sort of closest band I can really think of is probably like Immortal. But what I like about this is that it has the electric kit sound, and I think it's an electric kit. I don't think it's a drum machine. I do think the Cultus on this album does actually play the electric kit. But if it's not an electric kit, it's a very, very, very triggered kit. And so yeah, I really like that sort of sound on here. It's really cool. And that's the weird thing about black metal. I either really love the fake drum kit sound, or I really love the very raw henhouse sort of biscuit tin sound as well. You know, I'm a weird guy. What can I tell you? I don't know what it is. But this definitely sounds like it's got some really cool Rotten Christ influences without sounding like Rotten Christ, but very sort of cool synths. Like I mentioned, the electric kit sort of sound. But musically, bands like Immortal and don't really, maybe Ulva kind of pops through on this record. Just because like the sheer melody and darkness sound of it. Well, not just a 3-piece band there. I do believe that one passed away at some point. I think it was him, Aleph. Yeah, guitars and keyboards. But I think Occultus is the only member left in the band, and it's not the dude from you know, fucking Dark Throne, obviously, because these guys are Mexican. No insert. It did come with a poster, but I think that's in one of these drawers around here somewhere. I used to have it up and I took it down to put something else up, and you know, the old rotation game. But really fun album. It's just over half hour, I think, if maybe just under, just over. But like I said, every song on here is a really cool standout track. Each track has its own identity to it, and it just flows really nicely. Well, there's a lot of sort of black metal records that are very stop start and seem a bit all over the place, and that's cool and everything. Like, I ain't got a problem with that. Like Goat Moan, for example. You know, you could go from being one thing to another all over the place, and it's wicked. But with this, it's very straightforward, sort of very. It's very sort of. It doesn't sound like it's trying to be Norwegian black metal, but it doesn't sound like a lot of what Mexico were pumping out around the time either. It's not as heavy as a lot of the other records that have been put out, but it's not quite as soft either as the Norwegian stuff. It's got a very like it definitely fits on the roster of Werewolf. So it's Werewolf Records. So there's definitely I think some Finnish kind of I don't know. It's just a really great, unique record, I think. And though it's nothing you would have put on and be like, holy shit, this is the most original thing I've ever heard in my life. I do think it's one of those hidden gems that you just need to sort of get on. Like I say, it was recorded in '97, so you've got to think of the sort of time it was coming from before it even made it to the wax, you know. So really great record. Uh, vocals are fantastic. The guitars, they just each track feels like a little journey and like a story's being told. What the lyrics are about, I've no idea. They're not written down anywhere that I can find. But yes, Haborym from Mexico. This is a thumbs up from me. If you're into your Hellenic black metal, Finnish black metal, raw Norwegian black metal, whatever, I think this has a nice space in any rotation. So definitely worth checking out. I don't think it's on Spotify. Might be on YouTube. I listen to mine on Bandcamp because I bought this through Bandcamp. So yeah, happy days. But Haborym, the sun has fallen. That's not it from me today. You'll see why. Double delights. 1 month of the channel, you bastards. So stay tuned for another video very soon. Help.